People, deluded, I'm back again. Now you lot know me, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm not one of these tribal football fans. I love football at its base level. Don't get it twisted, I want Arsenal to be the biggest team in the world. This is never going to happen. I want Arsenal to be the biggest. I want us to be the Champions Leagues. You know, I want Liverpool's X amount of Champions Leagues. I want United's league titles. I want everything that Arsenal have and more. But beyond that, and every fan wants that. If you support United, you want that for United. Liverpool, you want that. Every team wants to be the biggest and the envy. You know, you want the world to envy you because of football. You want the world to envy you because of trophies, players, etc. We're all like that. But when we get beyond that, I love football at its base level, innit? I love the purity of the game. I love the game first and foremost, Arsenal fans second. And, you know, don't get it twisted. You know, I have a lot of laugh and bants with a lot of you online and a lot of my friends. You know, we like to, people poke fun at Arsenal all the time. I'll poke fun at several teams. United are ahead of us, but they dropped points yesterday. They were assured fans, the friends that I know support them and stuff, they were confident. And I'm sure a lot of fans were. A lot of fans were shook and a lot of fans were confident. And they're still fifth, obviously. So we all like to banter. But when we get beyond that and we talk about things of substance, yeah, listen, United, I think they've been shot since the restart. They've showed the good, bad and the ugly of themselves. And again, it's a big if. And I don't know what's going to be next season. I think Liverpool and City have stronger sides. But when and ifs can't be used. But when and if United have all their players fit, you know, they've got one of the best sort of teams you can choose for. Pogba walks into every team in the league. Bruno, if he carries on, you can say the same about him. The way Martial, Rashford, and obviously not last game, but Greenwood's moving, it's good. You know, they're all of their mid-early 20s. Greenwood's a teenager. Against Southampton, Greenwood showed his age and showed that man need to remember these lot are human and obviously gas them and stuff, but remember he's human because he showed his youthful naivety, you know, vacating his position in search of the ball, wanting to get onto it, dropping deep where he don't need to. He needs to learn to hold his position. Greenwood's still a young man and he's shown his quality, and it's scary seeing that front three because they're all fast, they all can control the ball, you know, they're all assisting each other. You know, Greenwood's got an assist or two this year. Martial got a goal and assist yesterday. Rashford, who I believe is the weakest out of the three, no disrespect to him, is doing his thing. And, you know, they're all playing with a smile on their face. They're all playing with a swagger. And for me, I always say football is a confidence thing. And I'm happy to see Martial. I don't care about Martial smiling or not smiling, innit? But for me, he looked like someone for a couple seasons now where he wouldn't forgive himself if he was going to miss. Like, there was too much pressure. And whether you believe he should be better than he is or not, that's not how you play football. Now, when I'm looking at him last night, he's playing with a smile. Not that it means anything, but he's in all of the United lads. And it's testament to Ollie, McKenna, and who's the other coach, man? Carrick, doing their thing on the training ground. But, you know, they showed their play. United played with a swagger. You know, they're playing like there's elements of a Manchester United team under Sir Alex Ferguson, devastating on the counter-attack, linking up. Obviously, you've got to be solid defensively, which we'll get onto, and which is the ugly of United, but they're playing with a swagger. Martial is scoring bangers. Martial, if he misses, he knows goals are like ketchup, they come again. Rashford doing his thing. They've got a scary front three, and, you know, apart from Liverpool and City, who can say they got a better front three than them, really and truly, when it's all firing and stuff. You've got Bruno, who I believe needs to at times just do the simple things. I think with the way he plays, he's always going to lose the ball a lot and take risks, but I think at times just do the basics. It's not always the superstar match of the day sort of pass you need to do, but he's a baller. Pogba, ugly goal to concede for their first and lapse in concentration, but 9 times out of 10 Pogba don't do that. So they've got a scary team, and I like to see players with confidence because, like I said, Martial looked a shell of himself. He looked like he knew question marks were going to be asked potentially in and out of the team if he miss or score, and that's not healthy. He's now got that freedom. You can tell he's Rashford as well, but for me, Martial, because Martial probably my favourite, excluding Greenwood. He's playing with clarity, man. He's decisive in himself, and there's no reason, even though there's no Euros or no impending international call-up, but he can't be left out now of the French boss's thinking. I think I like Martial. I like all of United. They're playing, specifically the attackers, and it could be said of all of them. But for me, just specific to Martial, who got 50 goals, he's playing with that healthy arrogance, that swagger, that belief in himself, sort of thing. He's you know. When you cut the crap, United have been a joy to watch from the restart. You know, they've been bottling points and they give it's comedy, but the way they're zipping it, it's not the same United players that were there a couple of weeks ago. Now the ugly of United until they learn to fix things, they're not going to be able to press Liverpool and City, no matter who they buy, because their first 11's decent. You know, Matic is doing his thing, but is it a form thing with Matic, or can they upgrade in that specific role? Left side centre half, I think, is an obvious area for improvement. The left back, Shaw's done alright since the restart, but that's I'm only speaking if I was a United fan. They're areas I'm looking at. Potentially right wing, Greenwood's complicated things, but you need depth. That's the next case for United. But United are not going to be able to chase Liverpool and City until they improve defensively. Like they've shown some improvement on set pieces, but similar to Arsenal, you're switching off. You know, you've got back into the game after going a goal down. You know the context of what's being said in relation to the top four, Chelsea bottling and obviously Leicester. You need to walk away with the points. And to concede that last goal was very cheap from several players. I don't know what Maguire is doing, but it's just poor collectively. And you know, if it's not him, De Gea's had a couple of clangers. Or you look at the Bournemouth goal they conceded. You know, until United need to, that's the ugly of United. Until they drop out these cheap goals, they're not going to go anywhere. It's the same as my club, Arsenal. There's many things wrong with Arsenal, but until we stop conceding these cheap goals, you're not going to get anywhere. And this video was really just meant to be about Martial and touch on United's playing with a swagger. I think United have been one of the best teams for me anyways when I put my neutral cap on since the restart to watch people. Yeah, you can say they've been playing teams that they're supposed to beat and things, and when you go against a team like Southampton, which have one of the best records in away games, you know, they struggled, and who knows what's going to happen in terms of Palace versus United. They've got to go to Selhurst Park. I back United to win it, but I'm happy to see Martial playing with a confidence, people, and I leave it to another vid. But the one thing, for all the talent, you've got to back yourself. I've seen players, nothing to do with Man United, but players that are not good enough for the Prem be successful Prem players because they believe in themselves, they're assured in their abilities. Equally, I've seen man that got all the ability in the world not get anywhere because of that same reason, people. Football is more mental than people want to believe, and people forget these players are human, you know. And again, it's down to the players to keep this mindset, because you are going to go through difficult and tough moments. It's down for Martial. Everything's going good for Martial. When he goes on a dry spell, he needs to remember how good he is. All of these players, Greenwood's going to go through tough moments in his career. Like Saka, them and there in the honeymoon period. Everything they do gets praised. Everything is not really scrutinised. But there are going to come a time when everything they do, rightly or wrongly, is. So it's about keeping that balance in your mind and knowing that you're still certified. And for me as a neutral, looking at it as a neutral, I'm happy to see Martial fit. Because I mean, Martial's he's one of my favourite non-Arsenal players. He's a baller. Like, you just wanted to see him a bit more, and he should have got 50 goals sooner. There is a player in there. It's time to deliver, and I think he's starting to deliver, man. You know, is he an out-and-out striker or an out-and-out winger? I think he's a striker, but you know, he's adaptable. So yeah, it's lovely to see, people. But that's all I wanted to say, really and truly. On that note, though, people, DG.